This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
Good afternoon. We're coming on the air now with news from the White House. ABC News has learned that Anthony Scaramucci, the White House communications director who just started 10 days ago, first appeared in the White House briefing room on July 21st, is now leaving. The White House submitted his resignation to the new incoming chief of staff just sworn in today. General John Kelly, the former Secretary of Homeland Security, who started as White House chief of staff today, has apparently accepted the resignation. I want to go straight to our Cecilia Vega at the White House.
Well, George, the president started his morning by tweeting, "There's no chaos here in my White House." And here we are yet again, another chaotic day in the Donald Trump administration. Now, this news is just coming in. I can't even tell you, George, whether people in the West Wing know about this at this point. I was just back trying to talk to Sean Spicer, who is still here at the White House, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is here at the White House. They are in a closed door meeting inside the West Wing right now, so it's unclear how far this news has trickled inside this administration. George, I was in that briefing room when Anthony Scaramucci walked in a few days ago. I happened to go on vacation last week. I haven't even had time to introduce myself to him. That's how short his tenure inside this White House has been. As you said, less than 2 weeks on the job. Of course, you'll remember that tirade, that F-bomb profanity-laced tirade that made huge headlines over the last week, talking about numerous people inside this administration, co-workers they would have been. But now, as you say, it seems that he is out. He is no longer going to be a part of the top tier of this administration, and it comes on a day when the president is trying for a reset. He just a few hours ago swore in a new chief of staff here, John Kelly, who he said would be one of the greatest chiefs of staff in the history of Washington. So we shall see. But once again, a very, very chaotic day here, George.
Now the third senior staffer in the last 10 days to leave, as you mentioned, Sean Spicer, the outgoing White House press secretary, Reince Priebus. The president's previous chief of staff just announced on Friday, the president announced that he had replaced Reince Priebus with General Kelly and now Anthony Scaramucci as well. I want to bring in our chief White House correspondent, John Carl, by phone as well. John, perhaps the writing was on the wall after that tirade.
The writing was certainly on the wall. I would argue, George, the writing was on the wall even before that. Anthony Scaramucci had a spectacular rise in that White House. That first briefing, the president loved it. But what happened is you saw more attention focused on his communications director than on the president. Within the president's inner circle, some people actually started referring to Anthony Scaramucci as mini-me. Mini Donald Trump. And there was, you don't survive long, especially in this White House, when you are the focus of more attention than the president. But then there was that tirade. There were concerns about his financial disclosure. And more important than anything, George, a new chief of staff who is coming in with more authority. If you remember, during that one briefing that Scaramucci had, he made it very clear to say, I report to the president. He said he didn't report to Reince Priebus, the then chief of staff. I report to the president. Well, at least for now, in this new White House, there is a new chief of staff who has authority that the previous chief of staff never had, and certainly wasn't going to tolerate having a communications director that could bypass him and go right into the Oval.
A new day has begun. You're right. That would be conditions that no incoming chief of staff could accept. So there it is one more time. Anthony Scaramucci will not be the White House communications director. Apparently, he may have a job in the government at Export-Import Bank. We're going to have much more tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. Have a good day.